My apologies. I had to cut short because I had a little run around and do. I don't really like saying, "Oh, I had to run some errands," because my name is Aaron, not Aaron's, but it's too similar. I don't like it. I never liked it. I don't get why they say that. But yeah, finally get to sit down for a bit. Um, Not really, but this is what I'm choosing to do right now because I want to relax for a bit while it's still nice outside. I got the wind blowing across my socks. And also, I'm looking for my little cousin too because there she go right there. Her bus be acting like they don't know which way to go. I might have to put hands on the motherfucker. She'll go over there and check they. 'Cause I don't play that type of shit. I don't play with people. Period, Joe. Like I don't got the time for it. I don't got the patience for it. I understand everybody on different levels. Uh, with the IQ, right? Different IQ levels. Everybody intellect is different. They express themselves quite differently. Some people just ain't got enough intellect, which is rude to say, but hey, it's it. Experiences I've had with a lot of people. It's like ignorance is bliss, right? And for clarity, a better words, to be acting up, to cut up is like what's pushed across the world nowadays. If you ain't cutting up, you ain't really saying nothing, right? Like people don't respect a soft tone. They don't respect like soft rebuke. People don't. They don't want to hear it. Like you ain't saying nothing if you're not hollering or if you're not cursing or doing something dumb. People praise that so much. Or when people hop online, they hopping on just to go. They catch it. They looking for a viral moment, right? Some people had it. Some people didn't. Some people keep chasing that feeling they had. I don't know. To each his own. To each person in the world chooses their own journey in life. That's why we separate. People divorce. People go their own ways, right? You never know where you're gonna end up in life if you following behind people. If you're not standing up for yourself, not setting boundaries along the way. I simply lost a lot of friends because people in my life, period, because I set boundaries. I know how to speak up. I see something, I say something. I see people being bullied. I'm gonna get bullied with them because I'm gonna tell y'all, hey, cut it out. That ain't cool. That ain't what up. You know what I'm saying? Then people get on me, take it away from them being bullied. But at least they know, like, yeah, I see this and it's not right. It's no injustice going on around me. I'm not saying I'm Superman. I'm looking for moments like that. No. If I witness it, I say something, right? Or if somebody treating me wrong, I'm gonna say, hey, I don't like that. Can you adjust the way that you deal with me or don't deal with me, right? And I don't say it like that. I say it in a nice way that you know and understand where I'm coming from and what the issue is about whatever it is going on. But me, I got a good discern the spirit, discern the character. Like I got a good discernment, right? I could tell when something ain't right. I'm so empathic, like I feel when people not right. My head start hurt. Yo, what up, what up? I see y'all in the comments. Peace and blessings and welcome to Team Angie. I'm a private personal consultant who also advocates for mental health awareness. I'm just kicking it right now, talking about my experience with people in life and what I'm feeling. Emotional intelligence is key, and it's not about always being in your emotions, how you feeling, but dealing with those feelings in an appropriate way when you feel what you feel. I take time to process my thoughts, process my emotions, and I move accordingly on what's right. Just because somebody make me mad don't mean that I gotta curse them out right away. Don't mean I gotta put hands on them or wish them any harm or danger. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody irritates me and I don't have to cut up with them. And just because somebody choose to do these type of things around me don't mean I have to get up and run away either. And I don't all the time. I put my faith in God. I allow God to fight my battles. And a lot of times God just be using me. I be getting through stuff without even knowing I've been used. You know what I'm saying? Like God be just dealing with stuff for me in a way that I wouldn't even know how to deal with it. Because I put my faith in God, in Jesus Christ. I want to make this video a little bit later on, actually when I'm done with this. And this what it, yep, social media fools, but this what it is though. Like Terrence Howard, I like the guy and all this and that, but I seen a video of him right here on YouTube talking about some crazy stuff that had me confused. And I was like, this is a prime example how the enemy works. Once you confused, once you in a chaotic state of mind, not being able to have clarity, not being able to see what's going on, not being able to notice the tricks of the enemy, so that you could be misled and be in the wrong place in life where you're in a disease. Disease doesn't mean that you have a mental illness or anything like that, just whatever you're at unease with, right? Like if a headache, a toothache, stress, anxiety, stuff like that, right? Those are diseases. And I say that to say this. It's another guy that I watched, 200 Acres. Shout out to him, big ups. He's from Alabama, I believe. But he is a guy that I would be like, if I didn't know Jesus Christ, if I didn't know anything about it, I will find it through him. And I'll be happy to join and, you know what I'm saying, be a part of getting to know who Jesus is, because the energy that he puts out there, the videos that he put out there, the commentary that he does. And he says something about what I'm talking about now that's going to make perfect sense about having faith in God. Because what Terrence Howard was talking about was like, I don't believe the Bible because, well, everybody, you could believe or don't believe, whatever, right? I'm not knocking that. I'm not saying don't have your own thoughts, your own, experience in personal relationship with God, whoever it is that you feel like is going to help you through and be there for you, right? When it comes to the spirituality stuff. Um, the thing about it is this: you take what you take and you leave what you leave, right? You can't give a full blown state to an infant. They're not ready for that type of nourishment. Just like you can't give somebody who's unspiritual too much spiritual information. They're not ready to digest it. So you gotta take baby steps with people and treat them to where they can be able to grow and not force them to grow. Just like everybody not gonna be enlightened. Not everybody gonna be conscious. You'll waste your life trying to make everybody see the light. When you become enlightened, it's like this, right? Everybody in the world sleep in the darkness. Now all of a sudden you can sleep in the light. You know how it is when somebody turn the light on you when you sleeping and you're not ready for that light. It's too much to handle. Not saying that they're wrong for being lit up, but you got to be mindful of people and where they're at, right? So me knowing I'm enlightened, I know I spread a little light on people. Me also knowing when I'm in the darkness and when I can't put out too much lightness, you know what I'm saying? I'm never going to dim myself down, but I'm never going to give too much light on somebody who's in too much darkness. Meaning I'm not going to push my ideologies on someone to try to force them to see it because they're not ready. I'm not going to sit here and preach to people about things they're not concerned with, that their hearts and minds just won't adapt to. I advocate for mental health awareness because mindset is important in life. Mindset is the only thing that's going to get you in your desired reality. If you having problems manifesting, it ain't because stuff not working. It's because of the way that you think about the things that you think about. What do you entertain when you think about stuff, right? You had a bad experience. Now you think you're a failure. You're entertaining that state of mind. Like, oh, I can't do it. This isn't for me. Woo, woo, woo. Everybody was right. That's why I don't have no support. But you know what? That's the wrong type of mindset to have if you're trying to something new for the first time. If you really desire to have the experience that you're going for, right? It took me a long time to know. Like, what's for me is for me. I wanted to be a business owner for so long, had the ideas, thinking about it, trying to tell the whole world. And that's when I was enlightened, spreading too much light on too much darkness. So with that being said, it took me a few years to get Team Angie going. It took a long time. I'm only 4 years in now, but that's because I started thinking about what I was thinking about. I adjusted my mindset. And therefore, that allowed me to actually achieve my goals as being an entrepreneur, having a business. Everybody say I'm a boss. You a boss, whatever, right? But you're not really a boss until you own something. And when you go through that process, when you pay that money, right, anybody can become a business owner, a real boss. And for a long time, I used to be like, oh, I'm a boss, ooh, but that was just sounding good. Now it is good, right? And this is my advice to you all: if you want to start a company or if you want to start something new, it don't matter, right? Like this isn't nothing to boast or brag. It was a hard thing for me to do because I was telling people my dreams prematurely, and they was birthing doubt into my heart, which had me not starting my journey for so long. You got to be careful who you tell your dreams to because some dreams be lost and never to be found again. Miguel Rosa, what up? What up? I appreciate you. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, considering subscribing, I would greatly appreciate that. So God been good to me. No matter what I've been going through, I'm carrying on with what I do. My third annual giveaway is coming up July 3rd. I do this and gonna keep doing this. This will be my third year doing cash giveaways to my subscribers. So if you want to be a participant in that, all you have to do is just be a subscriber. I'll be letting like 5 people know, and I'm doing something special, extra special once I reach 500. So yeah, I'm not wealthy, but I am maintaining my situation. I'm grateful to God be blessing me, and I like to be a blessing to others. The job been a blessing to me in this journey. Going on 4 years, September 22nd to be Team Angie 4 year anniversary. And if you're new to my channel, Team Angie, who is Angie, is my late great sister who passed away to suicide. That's why I advocate for mental health awareness. She gone but never forgotten. I'll take her to the grave with me and put her on my wrist. I don't know if you can see this. So one thing about me, and I'll get a little personal. I come from a family of nine children, the third generation of 9 children. My father was a nine generation, and then his mother was a nine kids is what I'm talking about. So out of the nine that I come from, I was the second oldest. My sister that passed away, she was the sixth child. Yeah, she was the sixth child that passed away. So she was like somewhat in between the middle, just about. She passed away at 16, December 2011. It's been a long time. My little sister been gone. But yeah, that opened my eyes and my awareness to mental health and to suicide. Like I ain't know black people died of suicide until I lost my sister. It's what Team Angie was birthed from. You know, to keep her spirit alive, the things that she was about, that she and embodied, or characteristic traits that she embodied is what I'm doing in the company. She hates learning how to manage stress and anxiety, some days a week. That's Team Angie. And the blogs in my thing too, y'all would check out that. It's free. I got over 350 blog posts about mental health. If you want to learn more, how to get the help you need, the resources you need. Also, as far as making money online, those the only two things I talk about on my channel and in my blogs. You're gonna learn how to be your own boss. Of course, it takes being coachable. What you don't know, you just don't know. You gotta give yourself some time and grace to learn, and you find out your learning style. You find out how to learn what you want to learn, and you implement what you learn. You don't just sit here and get a lot of knowledge because that's not wise. Once you know stuff and you do what you know you're supposed to be doing with what you know, that's considered to be wise. Like when you hungry, you know you need food. But you're not wise if you don't go get some nourishment, if you don't go get some food to eat, right? You sit there starving, that's called being foolish. It's not being wise. Knowing what you know and not using the things that you know correctly is not wise. So don't just sit there thinking you learn and learn and learn and then implement what you learn, because you'll never know if this is really something that's going to get you to your desired reality, help you achieve that end goal, right? I've been battling sickness under weather for like the past 2 weeks. Well, actually, this month, right? Because for the first week of the month, no, I mean last month. Damn, moving a little ahead. Last month, I had the flu. Was down bad. I fought that, changed my diet up, and then I was feeling good for about a week or two, and now all of a sudden it's like I'm having bronchitis attacks. Like for the past 3 days, it's been hard for me to breathe. Constantly spitting out mucus. So I'm like, damn, it's like the number 19, but times two. Last year I was hearing these conspiracy theories. They talk about another sickness coming out where it's gonna be worse than the 19 epidemic. And honestly, I see it for like since like April. I've been seeing people put masks on here in Michigan at least. But y'all be careful though, because something is attacking people's respiratory system. People with bronchitis, maybe it's especially my generation. If y'all like in y'all 30s, let me know if you've been having respiratory problems, breathing, chest pains, nose running, like for real. Because what I'm thinking is this, and this just for entertainment purposes, right? Allegedly that for my age group, we've been out here breathing this air a little bit at a time, putting these particles in us a little bit at a time, and now it's that time where you got just enough in you. It's like you getting a drip of water in your cup, right? For years and years at a time until finally your cup is full. But the thing about that full cup is it's contaminated. You don't have a fresh cup, clean, full of clear, uncontaminated water. And that's how us vessels are, right? We're clear, empty bottles. What we breathe in, what we eat, what we think, what we speak, that puts the color into our bottle. That puts the flavor in our bottle, or whatever you want to call it, right? It taints that image of what you is. You can easily paint the covers up. Like you see my image, right? I'm a black guy. I dress this black guy up like this or whatever, but inside you don't know if I'm clean or not. I could play this role or whatever, however long, until you start seeing what comes out through my actions. I could tell you like I'm a nice guy, but I'm running around being mean to everybody. And then eventually people will know like, hey, you got a nice cup, but it's dirty in the inside. And I say that metaphorically as far as like the things that we're eating, that we're drinking and breathing. I feel like my age group have been slowly but surely dirtying our cups up. And so many people not aware of what's been going on to where it attacks their minds. They can't think right. You know, you look at some old people, you be like, that's an old fool right there. I never understand how someone could be blessed to live a certain lifespan and not take it serious to grow up. And you just look at people and be sad. Like, look at this person, how they conduct, look how they carry themselves, right? And what's crazy is more and more nowadays it's normal just to see people cutting up, see people that ain't got no mind, unruly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, it's crazy. Bumble the clock. It's like people just unruly, dog. They want you to hurt them. So demonic nowadays. All of our stars that have fallen, our icons, they out here just telling you what it is now. Like they done sold out. Y'all see Jay-Z, he wanna come out, he's so rich. I like Jay-Z. I like all of these guys, all of these singers, all of these actors. But now I look at them as like puppets. Like y'all been in the scenes so long. I never seen y'all helping the communities do anything, right? And I've been here and there. Not saying that I'm looking for a handout, I'm not. But I do hand out a lot to the community that I'm in and the communities that I go through because that's what God was doing. Jesus walked this earth helping people, giving them knowledge. He wasn't sitting in no church in the synagogues every day on the high mountain looking down on the people. He wasn't unreachable. He wasn't aloft. You could approach the man. Many people approach the man. And that's how he called us to be. But yet and still we be like, we're going to debate though Jesus out the picture because Jesus is the truth. That's why even people of my color is like, we grew up in churches, but their heart is not there. Their heart never met Jesus. Just like I was saying about 200 acres. If you never met him, you will definitely meet him through his personality, through the things he talk about, from the cup that he has and the stuff that he pours into his cup. It's a lot of other people too that just like this that I would encourage you to go check out their channels. And that's what we need to be around like-minded individuals. If I'm not around you too much, if I'm distant, it's because I'm trying to be closer to something that's gonna help me be closer to where I want to be in life and the person that I'm trying to become. Right. I had this weird dream. It was God answering my prayer. I say, I'm having a hard time letting go of the weed. I'm having a hard time of pleasing you, being a vessel that you can use, and just being happy again. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find myself. I don't know where I'm at, where I'm going to go. I'm seeking myself again, Lord, and I'm going to put you first. And I want to mean that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, can you help me with this? Can you really like show me the way and what to do as I be humble and to listen? Can I hear your voice? You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that, because I pour out my heart, I pray earnestly, and then I have a dream about unaliving, and what that was telling me was that your soul is going to be brand new. Your soul journey is ready for you, and everything for it is going to be different. Immediately the next day, I'm at a different place. I'm not having my way as I usually do on the day to day. Stuff, different stuff happening, and I'm seeing my spirit move into a different uh, experience in life. Right, like I ain't smoked weed yesterday. I ain't really smoked today, and I ain't really yearning for it like I usually do it. I ain't really got the time for it. I ain't got the energy for it. And other things personally that I say I'm trying to do and want to do, like fasting and stuff like that, right? It's like the days just going about that. I don't think about food. I'm not doing what I usually do. It's like I'm really given the chance to change and just stick with it. That's the power of prayer, you know what I'm saying? And having faith that God will do things for you. Just because he don't answer in the way that you wanted to, does not mean he's not listening to you or ready for you to call. See, this the thing about us in the relationship to have with God is because I can see you every day. If you getting on my nerves every day, it's easy for me to cut you off, right? Or I could deal with you depending on how I benefit from you. And that's just how people do. Nobody really too genuine and authentic with their interactions and with the reason what they deal with people. That's why so many people be in marriages unhappy and whatever, right? But I digress. With God is different. You can't see God, and if God don't give you what you want right away when you want it, it's like in whatever with him, right? I don't believe him anyway. That's why I'm out here making stuff happen on my own because I got power. I got common sense. I got a little knowledge. I know how to do some stuff. You know the EYE, the big I, do what thy will, because you are the creator of your destiny, right? Right, wrong. Once you think like that, living like that, is when you realize you don't know anything. You're not in control of anything. You have no power at all. That's when you get knocked off the high horse and your ego receives a reality check if you don't check yourself while you have multiple opportunities. And how you know you got opportunities because somebody's setting a boundary that you're going to disrespect. You're cool with disrespecting people when they tell you stuff. That's why so many guys out here don't know when a chick tell them no. They're touching on females like Adrian Broner. I know y'all seen that video. People like that, right? They're so entitled. Oh, you got billions of dollars. That means you can do whatever you want to whoever you want, however, right? Because we don't know. You could spend a little money to silence them up. Your sins are not accounted for. You're not accountable or responsible because you can easily spend a little money for people to not know what you're doing. You can hide your sins. And when you entertain these little power trips like that, you become a person like Epstein. You get a bad habit where it's so bad and you hurt so many people, and now you're nowhere to be found because you can't be held for justice. They say he was unalived in jail, right? But who knows? That's my point where you get those big EYEs and you end up getting a reality check by the world and or your own doings. I'm pretty sure he didn't want nobody to know what he had going on. He would have continued to do it as long as he could. I'm not judging a man because I'm not perfect myself. I'm just setting an example of how easy it is to lack faith and how easy it is for the world to keep you in that state of mind. As you can turn on the TV, the radio, everywhere you go, even in China right now, you can't be a Christian. People getting persecuted for being Christians like back in the day. Nobody else in the world worries about nobody else in the world other than Christians. Now, Muslims from time to time here in America, we'll talk about them. They commit so atrocious sins and attacks on the world, whatever, right? I never seen them do anything personally. I don't care what they do, to be honest, because I'm not their judge. Their God can't help me, haven't helped me, and won't be here for me. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. And there's no disrespect. All I'm saying is this: if Christianity was such a fluke, if Jesus was such a fake and such a idol worshiping image, why nobody ever go against any other religion? Because they know it's all a fluke. They know it's all fake. They don't stand up to debate. They cool with that. Just like people be cool with their sins. They don't want to hear nothing about that. But when something is the truth, everybody want to stand up and be like, oh, I debate that because I don't want that to be the truth. I don't want people to go to that truth, right? You don't have much power when people are being enlightened to think for themselves. And that's the power of Christ, Jesus, what Jesus does to people. He sets them free. Who the Son set free is free indeed. And y'all better know that because a lot of people are addicted to addictions. The devil has their mind gone. Like he trying to get my mind gone. I told you my prayer and how God helping me to deal with things I need to deal with and be real with as far as myself, right? I can sit here and be like, oh, I don't want to deal with myself. I don't want to face myself. But that's a weak ass mindset and a weak ass person to be like that. That's not who I am. So here I am facing me, right? Me versus me. It's an ugly sight. It's a scary situation, but it's needed to be done. Necessary, right? It's necessary. It's a process that's got to be done. And this is what that journey looks like for me. It's just like taking it one day at a time and focusing on what I need to be focused on, not worrying about what's not in my control because that there is where the devil comes in. Remember the big EYE, like, I can't do this. I don't need to be worried about that. All I need to do is focus on what God allows me to do. And right now, He allowing me to be able to get a little peace of mind, speak to His people about the goodness He's been doing for me in my life. I'm starting a new job soon. Thank God for that. And some of this money is going to be going to you, and you as I do my giveaways July 3rd. I'm be continuously advertising for this month so y'all can know you can get a part of that. This is my third annual event. I'm going to continuously do this. This is my fourth year come September 22nd in business. The team Angie anniversary will be 4 years old. September 22nd. July 3rd, I'll be doing my cash giveaways. This is my annual event, my third time. I'm excited to be doing this. This is my way of giving back and showing love and appreciation for those of you who've been growing with me and rocking with me. And Team Angie. And I'm just focused on my health right now. As I told you all, man, I know I sound a little funny. I haven't been able to breathe with my bronchitis. The air out here is quite different. I don't have my mask on now, but I'll put it back on. I got this full of juice. I just been on a Mediterranean diet, right? Like sticking to that. I do supposed to fast on Mondays, but I already ate something. I've been out and about. It's no big deal, you know. I, I'm gonna do something different with that. You know, my promises to God, like God be true to His word, and I need to be true to my word as far as what I want to do for God and what I want God to do for me. So yeah, it's important that you be at least attempting to try, right? It ain't like those relationships you have with people you just making promises because you want something. You don't have no intentions on fulfilling your end of the bargain. That's how people is, though. Everybody want to skip to the front of the line. Nobody want to put no work in. And God knows my heart. Like I've been trying to work it, despite how I feel, despite what I got going on, my downfalls. Like with my company, right? Like I was just telling y'all what they did, all of the stuff that I got going on, just all of a sudden, right? But it's just God cleaning it up for me, like um, He just tearing my house down and rebuilding it for me, so I have a solid foundation this time. And that's what I asked for, and this is what it looks like. I didn't think it would look like this, but I'm happy that it's going on because I'm getting money to be able to maintain while all of this stuff going on. And it's not no little bit of chump change, right? Like I don't really care for money like that. We all need it as a resource, just like me bragging to you about how much water I got, right? You drink water too, right? Or how much air I breathe today. Like, hey, I just breathe like I ain't finna go there, but that's how I feel about money. Like, who give a fuck, right? You got what you need. You doing what you need to do with what you got, right? Be appreciative. Maintain your resources. Take care of what you got to take care of. When you got a rich soul, like that shit don't really do nothing for you. And I do curse a lot, and I'm working on that. So if you don't like it, you can easily skip over, and I apologize. Um, it's like I just lost my thought. My bad. I didn't mean to drop y'all. It did probably look like I threw my phone down. But yeah, oh yeah, peace and blessings. I appreciate that. Sussy Glizzy. You have a nice day too. I appreciate you so much. My day going all right though. I'm kind of hearing them. I'm trying to be positive. Like I could barely breathe from time to time. Then I got this stuff in my nose. It's irritating. But on the up and up though, it's like I feel good. I'm pushing past that. It's a challenging task, nevertheless. But I want to share some knowledge with y'all. I really want to. So here I am, just checking in. Happy month of June. May this be the best yet to come. The best June so far. It's the first of the month. I'm just getting my mind right, getting my business in order. I need to take care of my mental. And this is what it looks like because it been a lot going on, man. The devil be on my heels. People be like, I don't believe in all that. Well, whatever, right? If you ain't never had the devil come for you, that means you ain't doing enough for God. And that also could be meaning that you're doing your father's work, who is a worker of the dark and iniquities, right? You be out here ashamed of what you're doing. You got to sneak and do this, sneak and do that. You're not a child of the light. Children of the light don't live in darkness and secrecy. For what, right? What I got to hide? But the lies that I may be telling somebody, manipulation that I'm involved in, right? When people come to me like, can you keep a secret or on some down low type shit, I look at them crazy than a motherfucker like a little kid, right? Like, what the fuck is you doing? What the fuck is you talking about? And I'm dead serious, like that ass, B. Like, come on, dog. Where you at with it? And in those moments, I look at them the same way Jesus looked at the devil when he was tempting him in the wilderness. Tell me, look at this world. It could be yours. I created the world. Why would I care about this? Not me personally, but I'm just, you know what I'm saying, reiterating how it probably went down, the conversation in real time. He probably like, look at the Wi-Fi, unlimited. He like, whatever. He probably was like, look at these bitches. I could get them BBWs and tits lifts. He was like, get behind me, Satan. Get behind me. Because your vision is nowhere near mine. You don't see the world how I see it. Your mindset is nowhere near the way that I'm thinking about this whole thing. Watch out. That's how you got to do people when they come to you with that nonsense. That, hey, here's this. This is a secret way to do that. This is the quick way to success. No. You got to put that work in and know that nothing comes to those who do not go for it. You could dream on some shit all day. You could wait on something all year long. But if you don't take any actionable steps, it's not going to work. Just like you hungry, right? You imagine a sandwich, you manifest in a sandwich, but you still sitting there hungry. You didn't get up and get any bread, any meat, or peanut butter and jelly. You know what I'm saying? But you like, oh, I'm waiting because I know this gonna work out for me. I know it's gonna come someday. Yeah, okay. My advice to you, And I encourage you to be courageous in life. Set goals that you know you can't reach and try to achieve them anyway. You'd be surprised. I believe you could do it. As long as you don't give up on yourself, you can do it. I know that to be true. I didn't think I could ever be a business owner. My whole life, this is my life journey. It's my life dream. Died a few times, but rebirth just like Jesus did. Came back to life. It's flesh living. My words that I've been speaking and putting into this, it's alive and well being. The people that dislike the breathing life, the breathing word, is trying to kill it, shut it down, stop it at any means necessary. That's what's going on right now. I put Christ in my business. Be the head of the direction that we're going. Because I don't know. I don't. Everybody want to start a business think like, oh, okay, you can start a company, you can get business credit and run off the business credit. That's partially true. And I say partially because one thing they don't tell you and they won't tell you is that to get that point, you have to have good personal credit. And if you don't have any good personal credit, you're not going to have any business credit unless you buy a line of credit and try to go around that route. But either way it go, you're still dealing with somebody else that's in a position to not help you get to where you're trying to go. That's like you trying to get to the store, right? You don't have a ride. You call in different transportation services, right? You call a bus, you call a cab, you call an Uber. All of these three entities can get you where you need to be, but the thing about it is, one of them want to take you the quickest route for the most expensive. One want to take you a little bit out the way, a little bit cheaper, and one want to keep negotiating the price and not even sure if you gonna come get you or not. Right? That's how life is. You gotta have discernment on which way to go, and sometimes you just don't know which way to go. Of course, you know what direction you want to head in, but how to get there, what steps to take, what help do I accept, and that's where it be. Sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you'll take that quick route, and that end up being the worst decision. It's a quick way to get there, but a long recovery to what you lose along the way. But yeah, with that being said, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I appreciate you greatly. Even if you don't, I appreciate you for being here and tuning in. Peace and blessings and happy June from Team Edge.